If you're an agent looking to get into the pre-construction market in the Greater Toronto area, then stick around because this video is for you. Hey guys, it's Zhou with eXp Realty here in the Greater Toronto area, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, so definitely one of the main questions that I get from other agents is how do they properly get into the pre-construction market? And so here's the thing, there's a lot of agents that do, pre-construction. There's a lot of Facebook ads out there, a lot of websites, a lot of emails now. Like, the market is really oversaturated with agents that do pre-construction, and there are a lot of advantages to doing it, but you also have to make sure that you're entering the market properly and that you're doing it correctly. And so I'm gonna be going over how you can strategically enter in the market, as well as a few tips, and so that you can move forward a lot more quickly. Now, I've worked with a lot of developers in the Greater Toronto area, as well as, some developers outside of the GTA. I've also worked with a lot of buyers on the co-op end for developers. So understanding how the pre-construction market works is absolutely crucial. You want to be familiar with if the developer has their own in-house sales team, or if they bring on a marketing firm that's external, if they bring on brokerages to sell, if they bring on an agent team that sells. Like, you have to be familiar with the way the developer works and who they choose to market and sell the project for. You have to understand how the developer works in terms of who they allow to sell the project for them, so that you know who to connect with in the future. So I'll be going over that a little bit later, but definitely understand like who's selling the project for them. Again, alluding to, the previous topic or the previous point that I was making, where there are tons of agents out there now running Facebook ads, running websites that look almost pretty much identical to the builders' websites. So you have to be careful, and you have to be able to quickly identify which sites to go on, because if you're just starting out, all of these sites are going to look similar to you, and they're not. A lot of them are run by other brokers, other brokerages. So you want to be able to know, okay, this developer works, has an in-house sales team, so I'm just going, directly to them, or, this one is working with a marketing team, or this one's working with a brokerage team. So it's really important that you understand how the developers are choosing to market their project and who they're doing it with. The next thing you want to understand is how the phases work, how the pricing works, how the sales strategy works, and how the releases work. And guys, the best way to find out how is to start going to virtual presentations or virtual events. Once everything starts opening up, the best way is to go in person. Whether you have a client or not, go in person. See how, the builders' sales representatives are selling the project. See what points they bring out so you know which ones are important. See what breakdown they have, how they're introducing the pricing. Again, all of these are super important, especially if you're just getting in, because it is a completely different industry compared to resale. The lingo is different. So you want to be as educated as possible, and you want to start early, because when you do get that lead or you do get that client, then you're able to, properly represent them. You're able to, help them the right way. And, it's not going to look good if they know more than you. So it's always better to start early and be educated. Another way to get familiar with the pre-construction market is pair up with someone. Pair up with an agent that's doing, pre-construction in the area, or that is familiar with pre-construction in the area. They'll most likely have, access to, some major developments in the city that can definitely help you later on in the future. I've spoken to tons of agents across North America, and they all say that pre-construction is a connections game. It's really about who you know, how you build relationships, and so on and so forth. And I will note that you want to be able to connect with a lot of other agents as well. So maybe you pair with a couple in the GTA, maybe you pair a couple outside of the GTA for, you know, when you have those like investor clients or people that do want to move the greater Toronto area. And this is because not every platinum agent is going to be, you know, a platinum broker or a VIP agent to all of the developments, right? There are tons of developers. So it's good to always build a good connection and relationship with other agents, so that, you know, when you do have, you know, a client that's serious, that's ready to purchase, you can chat with maybe someone that has access here, someone that has access there, and then, you know, you guys will be able to partner up and it'll be a, you know, a win-win-win situation for everybody. And the best way to get into the pre-construction market, again, start having the conversations, right? Like start putting out Facebook ads, Google ads, start, you know, sending out newsletters to your database, start posting on social media about new developments. And, you know, hopefully that gets the conversation going. Like there's no better way to get into it than to actually do it, right? So of course you want to get started, you want to be educated, but also just get going, like get the ads out there, start promoting some stuff, so that people around you will come to you knowing that, you know, oh look, like he or she does pre-construction and so on and so forth. So that's the way that I got started. It was really through social media, and then just partnering up with the right people, mentors, like that helped me huge. So yeah, there's no better way than to actually get started working with somebody, you know, whether that's a lead or a client, you know, family, friends, because then you'll start to see the questions that they ask. And that's when you'll get more fluent, right? Next thing you know immediately what information to have, whether that's closing, you know, do they have the right deposit on hand? You know, do they have a pre-approval ready? Or, you know, what timeline they're looking at? How's the location? How's the location in the future, right? What's coming? Again, I'm just going on and on because I've done this so many times, but there's no better way to get started than to actually speak with someone that's potentially interested, see what questions they ask, and then as you move forward, you'll become more fluent like anything. The last thing I'll say is don't let the builder's sales rep do everything. I feel like a lot of agents, you know, are coming into pre-construction because they're hearing, you know, oh, it's so easy. Oh, it's, you know, like we don't have to do anything and blah, blah, blah. And while the time part of it, yes, it can be a lot shorter versus, you know, taking a client out to see multiple properties. Please still do your work, like do your due diligence about the project, the builder, you know, the location, what's happening there, the appreciation, the price point, if it's really a good price. Do your due diligence, like make sure that you're still looking out for the best interest of your client. Don't just let the builder sales rep, you know, do everything. So for me, I always like to do a SWOT test for every single development that I send my clients to see if it's actually a good fit for them. So SWOT test, is strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. I learned that from my mentor, and it's been a game changer because strengths and weaknesses focus on the present, right? Like what you can see right now. Threats and opportunities are what's to come in the future. So whether there's, you know, a revitalization program going on, or whether there's like a new transportation that's being built, like these are all things that you should know because you're representing your client, and the builder sales rep is representing the best interest of the builder. You should know what your client is looking for, whether, you know, that's to downsize, upsize, and, you know, invest, you know, how's the rental market in the area? I mean, you should know all of these things so that you can help, you know, you can help your client make the right decision. So please don't just throw everything on the builder sales rep. They do make it easier because they have all the information ready. You know, they've done the research, they've done the presentation, they're super knowledgeable, but you also have to do your due diligence on the project as well in order to protect your client's best interest. So I hope this video helped. I am super big on pre-construction. I absolutely love it. It's definitely one of my favorite industries to work in. If you found this video helpful, then please give it a like and a subscribe. And if you think anyone could benefit from this video, then please share it with them. It would mean so much to me. If you guys have any questions about the pre-construction market, please feel free to reach out to me. I've done work in the GTA, I've done work outside of the GTA, so I can definitely help you in that aspect. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.